This is St. James Sports Show with Joshua Knox.
All right,
Hello everyone, welcome everyone. My name is Joshua Knox, so glad to be with you. We have a special guest joining us today. We are joined by Curtis, a very big Rider fan here in Winnipeg. And what a place to be a Rider fan. All right, Curtis, we're gonna let you open it up and tell us a few things about your Rider fan experience.
Well, thanks, Joshua, for having me on your program. I've been a Rider fan since, oh boy, I want to say, 1975. So I've been with the Riders through thick and thin for many years. Lifelong Rider fan. I live in Winnipeg, but Rider blood runs deep in my family. I was born, raised in Saskatchewan, and I'm still a Rider fan today. So I'm really happy that they're doing well again this year. The Grey Cup was a huge thing for us last year, and I see no reason why the Riders can't make a return trip.
All right, for sure. Thank you, Curtis. We're gonna open up with a few questions today. So you said you've been a Rider fan since
75.
1975. Wow. Okay. So
Let's go back here.
let's talk about what was the first Grey Cup you watched
for the Riders actually winning. Actually winning would have been 1989. That was probably one of the greatest games in CFL history. Everyone who watched that game, it was Saskatchewan and Hamilton, and anyone who watched that game remembers that famous last-minute field goal by Dave Ridgway of Saskatchewan that sealed the deal. It was an extremely dramatic game. I was watching it in Regina at my parents' home, and I just remember the excitement in the city was just it was so huge. I remember going to the front door and people were yelling "Riders win" out their windows. I went downtown that night. There were people burning hay bales in the street, not in a riotous way, but just a celebratory way. The strangers hugging. That's the Saskatchewan way, I guess. But I remember the Grey Cup parade and the Grey Cup coming to the old Taylor Field, the old Ryder Stadium at that time. And I got my picture taken with the Grey Cup, as did thousands of others. And yeah, it was such a huge event because I think the only Grey Cup that Saskatchewan had won previously was in 1966. So 1989 was the next Grey Cup we won, and then we've been a lot luckier in the 2000s so far. So hopefully we can make a dynasty.
All right, absolutely. I totally agree with that.
Not really though. So most of my family are
Bomber fans.
It's not gonna lie.
So my family's been Bomber fans for a while. Because we all grew up in Winnipeg. So big rivalry across the street, eh?
For sure.
So as we continue, so what when you were watching the game last year, the Grey Cup, what was the feeling like halfway through and halftime? Like were you guys nervous? Like, obviously nervous. But what were you thinking?
You know, honestly, this is probably the only Grey Cup that I've watched Saskatchewan in where I honestly didn't have any doubt. Felt very strong about the Riders going into the game. Felt strong right throughout. There's been other Grey Cups that Saskatchewan has been in that's either won or lost, where I didn't feel 100% confident, but I was 100% confident last year for sure.
All right, for sure. Well, thank you so much, Curtis. So, obviously, you're a big, great Bay Rider guy. Hopefully for another one this year. And we'll see you at the Labor Day Classic and the Banjo Bowl, where we're gonna smash you guys. All right?
We'll see about that smashing there, Joshua. I'd rather let the actions do the talking rather than just noise.
All right. This is a tough day. All right. Anyway, thanks everyone for joining us. Thank you, Curtis. We appreciate it as always. And you have your how do I say this? Yeah. Good luck this season. You're gonna need it, I think, halfway through.
Okay, whatever.
All right, everyone. Thank you
Thanks,
so much.
Joshua.
No problem. Thank you, Curtis. Thanks everyone for joining us today. We love it, and hope everyone has a good day. Alrighty. Bye-bye now.